that today in this live, I have a guest, Laura, who finished IGA just, I think, a couple of weeks ago. You finished working with us at this point, and we are going to talk about how she went from uncertainty to making her first 10,000 euros plus month in business with just one premium offer, without doing the program even first, but actually selling it first, then doing it. And you are currently having your first premium program going on right now. So we're going to talk about that and how that changed her whole mindset towards herself, her goals, and her business. And I'm really excited to be talking about that with you today. So welcome, Laura.
Thank you so much. There's troubles. I can't actually see you. It's loading, so I might hop in again if that's okay.
Okay, and I can actually see you, right? So that's
Okay.
weird.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Yes. Let's see. I will ask Laura to join again. Can you see me? Like, you who are now live here watching this, can you see my video?
Okay. Hello.
No. Can
Yes.
you see me now?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah. And by the way, I'm in Portugal, and Laura has lived here this year as well. But where are you now currently?
I'm in Spain currently. We lived there for 6 months, but we just couldn't. We didn't fall in love with Portugal, so we came back to Spain.
Yeah.
And
okay.
It's super nice here. I enjoy
Okay.
this.
Yeah. And where do you live there specifically?
Like
what area?
Marbella.
Okay. And do you love it more than Portugal?
Yes.
Marbella. Okay.
Yes.
We need to talk about the reasons.
Yeah, it's more familiar here. Like, you know, we have the Scandinavian shop over there, and I started missing Finland in a bit, so you can actually see it here. And I feel like there's just a lot more stuff to do, a lot of restaurants and nice cafes and creative people. And I mean, Lisbon in Portugal is nice, but
yeah, well, we are moving to Lisbon in just a month, and yeah, so I will. We can talk about this in another
perfect
time. But yeah, so can you start by letting us know, what does your business do, and what do you do as an entrepreneur?
Yes, so I'm a coach, and I'm helping ambitious and hardworking women to find more time and confidence so that they can create a unique path and actually start living their dreams and not just the work. And I was kind of like thinking it in one sentence today. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually coaching people to be humans, not superhumans, and still get success in life. So that's kind of like what I'm doing at the moment, but I don't know where it's going to go, because now I have the test crew, but it's pretty interesting to actually create it with the clients. So we will see. But I'm very into shadow work and like inner work, and from there to actually create a life you enjoy living.
Yeah, and that's actually funny, because I just came from this client live with our IGA clients, and we had just had this talk, like how much it changed when you develop the program with your clients and not in your head, because that's the mistake that like many people do, and start creating their first online courses by creating the curriculum and like doing the stuff by yourself. But then when you do it with the real people and with real paying clients, it's just so different, and the results are also like very different.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so well, what was your situation before joining IGA and doing your first premium programs? Like, where were you? You were in Portugal at least. And, like, what kind of life did you have back then?
Yes, I was doing a lot. Like, I kept myself busy doing stuff, but I didn't hit any results I wanted. So I had one-on-one coachings here or there. And I created this manifestation club. It was subscription model. Like, I was just laughing today because I was thinking about this live, and I was thinking back then, oh, can I charge 21 euros per person, or is it going to be too much? And I'm like, what the hell I was thinking. But yeah, I have this subscription model thing going on, but the reality hit in. I'm like, okay, if I actually want to earn normal income doing this, I need to find so many clients, and it felt so overwhelming. And I never actually got to work with people and actual coaching. So I feel like I was doing all the other things except the thing I'm actually loving to do.
Yeah.
So that was really frustrating. So I was really low bottom, like my income was really, really low, and I couldn't fully even live with the money I did with coaching.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
4 months
And
ago.
this is, yeah, because I was
Yeah,
saying, like, this was like how many months ago? Not so long.
Yeah.
And I really want to dive in more, like, for the mindset part, because in this point we have really like proven with so many clients of ours that the sales process, that stuff works. And let's go briefly also to that, but like what kind of doubts did you have? Like you mentioned something about like charging people even 20 euros. That's like so low now that we talk about it. But did you have any other doubts about like charging full, like premium prices from coaching clients, or?
I guess now charging premium prices and creating high ticket offers, like I feel like this is how it should be. Like it motivates people, for example, like it gives you that, like when we talk about hundreds, like, you know, you can still like, okay, I pay, invest in myself 100 euros or 500 euros, that's okay, I don't have to do anything pretty much. But when we come to thousands and tens of thousands, it's so different. It motivates people. And now that I'm working with these clients, they are more motivated, because one reason I believe is the money thing. And but yeah, obviously I am also a really I've struggled a lot of also imposter syndrome and stuff like that. And now that I started creating higher offers, high ticket offers, and charge more, obviously that my own imposter syndrome kicked in. I'm like, okay, can I actually charge this much money?
You had those imposter syndromes, and then you just decided to go with it. You did it. You had those clients. You got your first 10K month in business. What changed? Like, if somebody is now here thinking the same things, what could you say to them? Like, what did you do?
Yeah. I guess I was before I started the program, like I was on that phase with the coaching business. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it one more shot. I'm gonna take this help, and if this doesn't give me any results, I'm gonna just quit the whole coaching stuff. Like I was so devastated. So my mindset was just like, okay, fuck it, let's just do this, and I'm gonna put my everything into it. And as I started working, for me, it was really hard to, and it still is hard to accept the imperfection, kind of like everything is so unsure in a way, but everything is going forward. So I guess what I had to do is really sit with those feelings. And like, this feels uncomfortable because nothing is fully ready, because we are starting with the testing curve. And I'm like, can I actually do this? I honestly really had to go deep within, because they are hard feelings and they are real feelings. And when you're making this big change, obviously your inner world is going to be like, wait a minute, like this is something new, let's not do this, because it is uncomfortable. So I feel like getting comfortable with the uncomfortable feelings is the key, and still keep doing and just trust the process. Like, don't even look at the big picture that much. You just look at the, okay, now what's next thing I can do? And for me, that was a hard part, because I'm a big dreamer and I like big visions and all this.
Visionary.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, no, let's get back to basics. Like, I have to trust this process. It works. You have amazing testimonials. So I had this, okay, it works. So what can I do today so I can keep going? And I had moments when I just wanted to give up. I'm like, I'm so frustrated and all this. So it's part of the process, I think. But then, I don't know, I had one weekend, I didn't do anything. I just let myself be, and I was like, oh, I just don't do anything. And then just something shifted. I don't know, just something happened. I'm like, okay, I can actually do this. I can actually talk about the things I'm talking about. Like, I am actually qualified and I can actually create this. Like, this is like, people actually need that thing, what I've got. And now I have this beautiful opportunity to give it to them. But yeah, it was a lot of battling with the inner world and the feelings and the doubts
Yeah,
and all of this. And
but
also when I hit the first sale, I'm like, oh, like, can this be actually real? And at the same time, it felt so natural when I made my first sale. I'm like, okay, this is how it should be. Like, I've done
yeah,
all this work and now I get rewarded out of it. But it was, I noticed when I was making sales calls, I was not confident to make the promise about the results, and that kind of kept me on that kind of in between space. And when I started being more confident with people, and I'm like, okay, yes, we can actually do that change, and really told them also, then I started getting more sales. But
yeah,
you have
that's
to
true.
believe in the thing and
Yeah,
yourself.
and you mentioned two very important things, because as entrepreneurs, we are usually the visionary type. We see the vision, we have the big goal, but the thing is that you need to start from somewhere, and with those small steps, go towards that big thing. And for me, when I started this year, I've been talking about this a lot, and also with our clients, that I had this goal of reaching the 100K months, and it felt so surreal in that moment when you like barely made 3,000 euros that first month of this year. And I still said about, I was like determined with this goal, and my first step towards that still was to get my first 5 clients. Like, I didn't worry about like how I can make 100K before I first needed those first 5 clients. And then I had this goal of making my first like 3 months in a row 20K per month, in order to hire my first team member, and so on and so on. So it went from like these small steps towards that big goal, and it's amazing what you can actually like got done in a short period of time when you just have those like focused steps and focused
Yes.
like actions towards those small steps. And the other one, and the other thing that you mentioned was that giving the clear promise, program promise, and also a clear like outcome that you are giving those clients. Like, I think at first, when you're still testing your program, you shouldn't be too worried about delivering that, because it's still a test and those people know it. But I think that you should commit to making that happen, because when you have that clarity, that's something that most people are not willing to do and willing to give, like a clear promise. So you will be separating yourself from others and get those first clients. and
Yes.
and they are also more like, they have this clarity on what they are going to get and what they are going towards in your like working with you.
Yes, and yeah, and that was a good point. And also, like, just make the first decision. Like, it doesn't have to be the final program. You just have to make the
Yes.
first decision. And
Yeah.
that's, I think, I know it's hard to make it, but that's really a key, because then you get that clarity also around it. And like for
Yeah.
me, it was also like balancing between, because I am a coach, so I help people, and what I have to tackle is also like the money and helping with people, like that. Like, can I charge so much money from helping people? So kind of like
Yeah.
I've noticed there is that limiting belief and that like kind of mindset shift, what needs to happen in order to actually get the results.
So, like, I want to ask you something about that, because I think a lot of people are thinking the same. Can they charge something from helping others? So, how did you really like change your beliefs around that? Because now I know that you're charging premium prices from people that want to work with you.
Yeah, I guess I was really looking back to money and what sort of view I have with money. Like there's a lot of shame and guilt around money in general. So I was actually really looking into that. Like, why am I feeling bad when it comes to money? And where it comes from. like, because like, because if you put it in perspective, if you think about that, I want to deliver people more confident, more time, more just ease with oneself. Like, what is the price tag for it? There is no price tag because
Yeah.
that's life, and you want to live your life, and no money can ever measure that. So put it in different perspectives. That's another really good tip, and really work on that mindset daily, like daily.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah.
And I also think that like I'd heard this one like limiting belief from one entrepreneurs that I worked with this year, and she said that she thinks that when she makes a lot of money, it's away from somebody else. And like I don't have that belief because I know that when I make more money, I give it more to my community, my family, my the like service providers that I use, and they are very different from like somebody else who makes money. So I think that everyone around me like gets more if I succeed.
Yes,
And
100%.
you're laughing, maybe you
Yeah.
think that it's the
Yes,
same.
and you can pamper your loved ones and they get
Yes.
also certain benefits out of it. And it's beautiful. Like you can buy a gift or whatever you want to do, take your partner to a beautiful date and, you know, share that money because money is a symbol in the end. So it doesn't really, it's just money in a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and
Yeah, and I
also
also
put it out there for
yeah,
sure.
and I also think that that's like thinking in a way that it's away from somebody because in this kind of services that we offer like coaching programs, it's definitely not away from anyone. Like really you need to make your mindset shift from there because it's like it's different thing when you talk about like making maybe some products in like shady like things and with like cheap clothes or something like that, and then it might be actually away from somebody, but in this kind of services it's actually like win-win for everyone. Like as you said, your clients now are more committed and they are more motivated to work with you, and that's something that I really want to get out there because you shouldn't be thinking in a way that it's
Yes.
away from somebody like your
Yes,
success.
yeah, yeah, and it's yeah, because what I've noticed also is that a lot of people, entrepreneurs, they put their well-being, uh, they charge little money, and it's out of their well-being, and how you
Yes,
can help people if you can't help yourself first, aka
that's so
have enough
true.
money to actually prioritize your needs, your wherever you're living and whatever you're doing. So that's another thing that
Yeah,
I've noticed.
so true, and so like a good point. I'm going back to my questions for you. Um, so like if you think back the time in IGA, also like with the mindset sales or anything, what do you think was the biggest realization that you needed to make, and now that you can actually give away for everyone listening this live today, what would you say it was?
So the biggest thing, I feel like just like receiving help from people who actually know what they are doing and actually willing to take all that help in. I know for my kind of people, it's sometimes hard to ask for help. It's hard to, you know, reach for help and actually get all these, what are they? I don't know. Lost in
You can
words.
say it in Finnish, I can translate.
Palautetta vastaan.
Feedback.
Feedback, yes, feedback. Because sometimes it's like a personal attack, and you know, because we are wanting to survive by ourselves. So I think that was like priceless. That was something I really needed to tap into. Is the help, the community. I actually have people around me who can help me with this, and I can actually ask for help. That was something really priceless and a big thing that I needed to, on my journey, actually had to really focus on. And
not trying to figure out everything by yourself alone.
Yes, and you can actually return like half-done things, and then you can work with your coach. And that was something new to me because, I've always did everything by myself. Everything had to be perfect, and that was my problem. So now it was really different way to work with things, and it actually helped me with my own perfectionism and all these sorts of things. Now my program is also like visually something else than past me would have done. My perfectionist is gone. And I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah, and think how like it's still like making the thing, like getting the thing done that you are wanting to do. Like it's getting results for your clients, it's getting results for your business, and to like it's just amazing. And I really am happy to hear that because like that's probably something that many of us can relate, like with this perfectionist.
Yes, and I feel like yes, awesome to hit 10K. Like obviously it's a beautiful achievement for myself, but I feel like I gained so much more than just the 10K plus euros. Like I honestly gained so much more confidence, and I'm super grateful about the perfectionism that is actually loosened up a bit, and just like, I don't know, something, like I said earlier, like something just shifted. Like I can actually believe in my work, I can believe in myself, and I can handle these feelings, and I can actually learn and grow step by step. And that's priceless, and that's something I didn't realize that I'm gonna get. So, yeah.
That's amazing. I'm here outside because I didn't have room in my co-working space. Yeah, but I know that's just amazing. And also from the sales perspective, it's just important when you're doing sales that you have that mindset and also the clarity and the like the belief in yourself that you can actually ask this from others.
Yes, and the sales calls, like that's something different. Like every time I went on a sales call, I knew that, okay, I'm going to help this person anyways. And so it didn't actually feel like sales call. And that really also shifted the game because I wasn't selling anything really. I was helping people. And
I always say, but I just always say that we are there to make somebody think in a different way than they came to that call, and that is actually life-changing. Like already having those calls with people, you are changing their lives just by listening and also asking the right questions. So it's like a coaching call, I would say.
It is, yes. And I actually got a couple of messages saying after, like, you know what, like I didn't come to the program, but you helped me a lot. I got so much clarity, and I'm like, oh, cool. And also it gives you confidence because you have your ideal client who you want to work with very clear, and you actually get to choose who you work with, and you actually get to choose, like you are not this desperate, I need more clients. No, so that it's the whole different kind of doing. So I guess that's a lot of that also gave me a lot of confidence because I'm like, okay, I can't actually work with you. I can't help you, you know. And saying that and recognizing that, it also is helping to shift the mindset for better.
Yeah, so good. I love it. So where can people find you, and any last words, tips to others who are struggling maybe with their mindset, getting help they need and really making the change in their lives and in their businesses?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram. I'm really active. So Laura Kiviaho, this Insta.
I will tag it.
Perfect, thank you. And I feel like just my biggest advice is to really tune into your feelings and your mind and the inner world and start from there, and not so much about what's going on outside. And invest in yourself, like invest money in yourself, like that comes back to you, like that's for sure. So invest, invest,
Yeah,
and do
and
the
not
inner
just
work.
yeah, and not just the money, but also the time, and
Yes.
also like and doing the work also when you don't see the results, because I really can see this is another realization that I had just today when we were having the clients live, that actually the work that I did like a year before, and it didn't get the business the results that it needed, like the money that it needed, and it got my business to a big loss, and it was terrible. But now looking back, it actually helped me to get in this position and in this situation where I am right now, where the business is right now. And also I think with you, because I clearly can see that you don't have to panic, you don't have
No.
anything like that, because you like now you know like how
Yeah,
to
I
do,
know
how
what
to
I need to
work.
do.
Yes,
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 I have a process that works. I know what my next step is. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I know I'm going to do
yes,
after this phone call, and I know it will give me results. And
yeah,
one step at a time, whatever you do in life, that's another advice. One step at
yeah,
a time, for sure.
yes. That's so good. So I really wish you all the best and good luck with your next steps. And we
Thank you.
will have to talk about these countries where we live in now, Spain and Portugal,
Yes.
and the differences and things, because we are not yet made the final decision where we want to like stay permanently. So let's see. And and thank you so much for having this live with me today.
And thank you about everything. Like I'm forever grateful. Like my life literally changed.
I'm so happy to hear. And everyone here now listening this or the recording, if you need any help, please just send me a DM. And if you need help with sales or with this mindset shift in making the change from low pricing to high ticket premium pricing, so we are here to help and see if that's something that we can help you with. But yeah,
Highly
see you.
recommend.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Bye
much.
bye.
Bye.